Hey everybody, Garrett here. You may have seen from my post the other day, but it's been almost 2 weeks since we got our last big snow here, and as many of you may know, I live in downtown Roanoke, Virginia, and many of the sidewalks, streets, curb cuts are still filled with snow. Streets are passable by vehicle, and some of the sidewalks are, and some of the curb cuts are, but there are some that are not. So I decided to go out today and see how that fared for me on a scooter and to record some of that on video for you all and for for city officials to see. So check this out. So first up, this curb cut right across the street from my apartment clearly needs work. As I continue down towards the Market Square area, I try to do the safe thing and stay on the sidewalk, but as you can see, I cannot because I get stuck between the piled up snow there and the trees, so then I am forced to back up and go in the street. I do so safely because there are no cars coming. This is a one-way, but had there been cars coming and maybe they did not see me, that could have been more dangerous. Again, continuing straight, still having to navigate in the street because the sidewalk is clearly covered in snow and ice. As I reach the Market Square area, you'll notice that the sidewalks and curb cuts are completely clear. Why? Because this is where most people come to shop, eat, and enjoy the scenery. So they gotta keep it clear. As I'm heading away from the Market Square area now, you will see that there are some patches of snow and ice that give me trouble, but I'm able to get through them. Some people who are elderly or use other mobility devices may not have that same luck. And as you can see right here, this is probably the worst curb cut in downtown Roanoke, even without the snow. So I'm now back where I started. I basically did one big loop. I thought about calling it a day because I was freezing cold, but I decided to continue on in the name of advocacy because I knew there were other areas that needed to be addressed. Continuing straight, I wanted to show you all my normal route to my day job and to the gym, just a few blocks from my apartment. And what do I first see is snow and ice piled up in the curb cuts and in the crosswalk. So I reroute to another street 1 block over and again see snow and ice in the curb cut, making it impassable for those of us with disabilities. This sidewalk is better but still narrowed because of the snow and may cause problems for some. As you see here, the snow is once again blocking the curb cut, and there's a bit of an elevated lip there, and it actually causes me to drop my phone as I try to maneuver over it. And I decided not to edit this out, just to show the realness of navigating. Sometimes, you do drop things, and when the areas are inaccessible. Right here you will see snow, ice, and lime scooters are blocking the sidewalk. So I then had to go through this parking lot to continue going straight. Up ahead on the left, shout out to SVH Services, where I work doing community engagement services for adults with disabilities. And then up ahead right here, we're going ice skating. Look at that, full of snow and ice all through the sidewalk. How is anybody with or without disabilities supposed to walk through that? Once again, I rerouted to the next street over and noticed that snow and ice is covering a ramp, making that completely inaccessible. The gym is just up ahead of me there, but I noticed that snow and ice, which you can't quite see, is covering the sidewalk, making it completely impassable, again, for people with or without disabilities. So, to be able to cross the street, I have to maneuver around traffic. This is about 5 o'clock, so not the safest of maneuvers. So then I have to wait for them to make their turns and wait for traffic to clear. And I'm out in the middle of the street right here. So I safely maneuver around the traffic, wait for the coast to be clear just to be able to get back up on the sidewalk to be able to go straight over to the gym. It's all because snow and ice were still on the sidewalk and in the curb cut. So even though I did this video just for educational purposes, we're going to pretend like I went to the gym and had a great workout, and now I'm heading back to my apartment. But of course I see snow and ice on the sidewalk, so I have to maneuver in the street just to be able to safely get back up on the sidewalk. And I continue going straight, seeing the mounds of snow, Snowmageddon, and I actually talked to this lady up ahead that you will see in just a second. I'm going through the parking lot here, but this lady right here, she says that she had to do the same thing, walking in the street, and it's ridiculous that the snow has not been removed yet. 11 days out from the snow. So as I'm continuing, I see snow and ice in the curb cut here, so I'm again going in the street safely to be able to get back up on the sidewalk. I'm about a block from my apartment now, and I notice a little patch of ice that I thought I could get through, coming up right here, but I get stuck, and so I decided just to put my phone down and get unstuck and go back to my apartment where it is safe and warm. And I unthaw after a long day's journey, 2 hours of scooting around in the name of advocacy to show you all what it is like to be able to get around in the snow and ice almost 2 weeks after it has fallen. So we need to do better. Let's connect and do better for each other. Thank you.